So you build your base, you need power, and the biomass burners just aren't cutting it. Today, I'll be showing you how to build a very compact and powerful coal generator setup for your factory. For this, you're gonna need the Mark II miner. You're gonna need Mark II belts. You're also gonna need the water extractor, the coal generator, and splitters. It doesn't have to be smart splitters. Regular splitters can do just fine. And you're gonna need access to pipes, but just the Mark I pipes will do. You don't need the Mark II pipes. So without any further ado, let's build this and I'll show you how it's done. First, I wanted to say if your starting area is around this area right here with the mountains, plains, just come this way and you'll find two bodies of water, one up here and one down here. Once you've done that, you'll find 4 coal nodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, right next to each other, and they're all normal coal nodes. Once you've got everything and cleared up the forest, you're gonna take a Mark II miner, slap it right down on there, and I'll get into why I'm now only using one of the 4 coal nodes. Once you've done that, you need to build a platform. Now, the tutorial I'm showing you, these steps could be done either way, but usually I'll leave that to last because the belts will be a pain in the butt to work with. But first of all, we need to work on the coal generators. Once you found your area, you could go ahead and build your coal generators right there. Be sure it's next to the water, and you're gonna build 8 of them. Once you're finished constructing your 8 coal generators, you want to go ahead and start building on the water extractors. There's a tip. Instead of going through the menu like so and finding it, you can press F and then press a middle mouse button if you have one, and it automatically selects it. Hold down Control and it automatically gonna be built in line with the rest of them. I am playing in creative mode, so this is good for the sake of the tutorial to be quick. Once you've built all 8 coal generators and the 4 water extractors, you're gonna come around to the back and you're gonna build the Mark II power pole. If you don't have the Mark II power pole, it could be unlocked in the MAM, or you could use the Mark I power pole also. Just slap it right in the middle of 4 of the coal generators. Continue over here and just slap it right there in the middle. Start hooking them up. Once that's done, you're gonna build one more right here on the edge. Hook this one up. Then you're gonna hook these up to the water extractors. There we go. Once you have connected the coal generators and the water extractors to your power poles, go ahead and build a stackable pipeline support. You're gonna build 4 stacked all on top of each other. Like this. Once that's done, you're gonna come right in between the 2 water extractors and build 3 stackable water extractors. And this one, you're gonna build 2 right here in the middle. Be sure it's all lined up. And then for the last one, right in between, we're gonna build 1. Once that's done, you're gonna connect each of these, grab your Mark I pipeline to the poles. Take that one, spread over this way, grab here, put it all the way up there. Grab this one, put it at the top one, and then you're gonna take these 2 and connect them to where they respectively need to go. This one all the way to the top, and then connect the third one to the third row, second one to the second row, and finally the last one to the last row. And it should look a little something like this. Once you are done, you're going to repeat this step right here. Take the stackable poles, and just build 4 right on top of each other again. In between, right between the first 2. So 2 right here, go right here, next to the 2, and build 4 upward. You're gonna take the top pipeline, put it across, and then you're gonna grab the pipeline junction cross. Once you've got that, face it downward. Unfortunately, the snap to grid part does not work here, so you're just gonna have to line this up by eye. Once you've done that, just press and do the same thing for the second one. Now, without getting into any numbers, one water extractor can support 2 coal extractors without any underclocking or overclocking. So to be safe, 1 water extractor, 2 coal generators. That's why the amount of water extractors is always half of what the amount of coal generators you have. Once you've done that, grab your pipe, go to the bottom, and just put it in to the coal generators. Check and see if they're lined up properly, and that looks good to me. Once that's done, grab the pipe again and continue doing the rest for the next few of them. For example, we have these 2 next, right? So we're gonna grab a stackable pipe, come right here, make sure it's all lined up. Once it's all lined up, you're just gonna need to build 3, since you won't be needing the top one anymore. Grab the pipe, come here, up. Made a mistake there. Grab the pipe, come right here, bam. Then grab this. Now here, it should work. The snap to grid function by holding control should work to your coal generator. So just put 1 there, 1 right there. Grab the pipe again and just put it in just like so. And these 2 now have water connected to them. And we're just gonna do that along the way. Once you are done with that, we are gonna come right back to the very first water extractor, and we are gonna put a pipeline pump Mark 1 on it. This being that this is over the meter of 10, so we could just put it right here in the middle. Now, the way it's facing is upward. It shows you a little graphic. Just now we just saw, showing everything going this way and then down these 2 pipelines. Once that's done, we're gonna connect it to the power pole, and now that is connected. Once you are done connecting all your pipelines, they should be looking a little something like this. Now, these pipelines, you could do whatever you want. You could lay down flat, you could stack them up like this. Either way, the design is all yours. You could build how you want. You don't have to follow this tutorial. This is just the way I do it. Next, we're gonna go over to our Mark II miner. Now, our Mark II miner, let's get rid of that, is going to be putting out 120 coal per minute, right? So go to logistics, grab our Mark II belt, take it out, and bring it all the way this way. Now you can make this as neat as possible. I'm just gonna try and make it as neat as possible also. Now, something to do to make your belt work look nice, if you want to, is to take one of these, and it could go right in between the pipeline supports. So you could put 1 down there, run right here, and the belt will fit right in between. So you won't have any craziness of it taking up too much room. We don't really need to bring it out here, but that's fine. Now, once that's done, we'll take our Mark II belt, bring it all the way here, and reconnect every single one. You could do it this way. Or another step you want to do is to grab our splitters, which is right over here. Once you got our splitters, make sure the arrow is facing in the right direction. And it should be already lined up to where it needs to go. One goes right there. One goes right there. Now you see, this splitter is wrong because the arrow is facing the wrong direction. So we just get rid of that. Grab this one. And we could just line it up with the arrow facing the right way. Put it right there. And we're going to continue this along the line downward. Once you've got all your splitters in, just go ahead and connect them all. Congratulations, you've now constructed the hardest part of your coal generator plant. The pipes and belts are going to be the hardest part because they take forever just to get well if you're just starting out with them, getting to know how they work and everything. The reason why it looks so easy for me is because I've worked with belts and of course pipelines in the past, and in this video I will be showing you how my coal generator plant looks. Now once you have everything all hooked up and everything, just connect everything to power so they all connect each other. This coal generator plant will self-power itself. Self-power itself, does that make any sense? I don't know. Anyway, it will power itself, but it just needs a kickstart. So I recommend connecting it to your existing bio burners in order to get it quick started. For me, I will be taking 2 coal biomass burners and then hooking them up to power. So this is a quick way to start up your generator factory. I'll also be overclocking them, so each of them will be producing 75 watts of power. Be sure to give them your biomass. Start everything off. Once that's done, everything should be working now. The water extractors should be going. This will start going. Start pumping up the water this way. Water will take some time to start going. Once that's done, come over here and check on your coal generator, not your coal generator, your coal extractor, your miner, and just look to see that it's going to go to each and every single one of them. Now, this part of the video, I will be getting into like numbers, math, and everything into it. So if you don't really need to get to know how the system works or anything like that, you could go ahead and click off the video now. If you really like the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. Now, the numbers. This plant with its 8 coal generators and its 4 water extractors will be producing you 600 megawatts. But each of the water extractors will be taking away some from you. Now, one thing to do with the water extractors is to bring them down to 75%. That is because one extractor can support 2 coal extractors, 2 coal generators. Each coal generators will need 45 cubic meters of water per minute. Together, that's 90 total. And if we put our water extractor at 75%, it will be producing exactly 90 cubic meters of water per minute. So 100% efficiency right there. And you'll be doing that for each and every single one of them. This will also help because that means it will be lower. So right now we need 20 megawatts of power for our water extractor, but if we put it to 75, that number goes down to 12.6, which is less. Another thing I need to talk about is the way the coal is getting delivered to the coal generators. We are currently using the overflow method because this is a beginner's guide, so this will be the easiest way. So that means you'll be seeing things like this in your power. These spikes going up and down. The first two is working, and it will take some time in order to set up everything. Now we come to something like this where, of course, it doesn't know what to do. This is a minor glitch from the system itself. So all we need to do is to redo the belt work. Grab the belt, take it right there, then reconnect them, and everything should be fine. Now the overflow method is a great way, but it's also a slow way. You will have to wait for every single one of these for the first for the first 6 to be filled up. The last 2 will not be getting filled up, but they will always consistently be on. For example, this second one is currently burning 1 coal, but it gets 1 coal just in time to start burning again. The last one will also be doing the same thing. It burns 1 coal, and it already has 1 coal inside of it to be burning. So that is the overflow method. Once you set it up, just leave it and it will continuously be running. You just need a Mark II belt and a Mark II miner, and everything should be working smoothly. Now on the power front, like I said, we'll be producing 600 megawatts of power. Our max consuming on this line alone, including our water extractors. You could go ahead and get rid of your your biofuel burners, because you won't be needing it. Well, at least I won't. But you'll be probably connecting to your main grid where it's released back to your factory. So altogether, this thing is only powering the miner and the water extractors, and altogether that'll be 66.5 megawatts. So total, you're making more than you're consuming with this belt. And of course, you never need to come back here ever again and do anything. Now, of course, you have 4 of them, and you could redo this over here, as you see along the side. But this lagoon or pond or whatever you want to call it just isn't big enough for 4 setups, meaning 8, another 8, 8, and another 8 right here. So we do 3 right here, and we leave 1 coal node open for whatever use you want to do with it. Could be used for steel, whatever you want. Now, some tips and tricks about this is that these pipes can only carry 300 cubic meters of water per minute. Our Mark II pipeline could carry 600 meters of water per minute. So there's that also. Another thing, if you want to overclock these, for example, let's overclock this one. We'll be burning coal faster, 30 coal per minute. So it literally doubles the amount of coal that we need per minute. But we'll be making 185.5 megawatts of power. So that brings it up even higher. But access is, you don't have access to all that power shards. We're also going to need to overclock our water extractors so it could handle the amount of water these will be needing. For example, 1 extractor fully power up can produce a total of 300 meters of water. So that's just 1 pipeline. And if we power this up all the way, we're going to need 91 cubic meters of water. So let's just take these out. If the game would save, put this back to 75%. Oh no, that's not 75%. It is at 100. Okay, so everything is back. You could take the power shards out of here. Put this back to 75. So let me show you what my coal generator setup looks like. Welcome to my Let's Play channel. This is my coal generator setup. This may look overwhelming to some of you, but basically it's the same thing that I have connected to the other video that I just showed you. I have all 4 miners over here mining, bringing down all the coal to each and every single one. They all split up. You might not see it because they're hiding underneath all the pipe, but each and every single one, including this one, feeds the last 3 on each line. The 3, 6, 9. Now it might be 9, but it's all overclocked. My my power, my my miners are overclocked, producing 300 coal per minute, all converting, coming down here. All my water extractors are overpowered, and they're all set up on this little lagoon or pond or whatever you want to call it, and each of them comes over here, and they all come down to my coal power generator plant. One day your stuff could look like this, and all of this generates for me over 5,500 or 5,500 power megawatts. Over here we have our battery setup array, so my capacity is 2,000 right here. As you can see, over 5,500 right now. Things are coming on, and our max consume is 4,300. A tip is that you want your capacity over your max consume, because one day you might log on to the game, everything comes on at the same time, and it's just gonna spike over what your capacity is. My capacity is higher than what I'm consuming, what my max consume is. What I'm currently consuming is only 1,400, but if ever one day everything wants to spike up, I'm all covered because my capacity is higher than the max consume. Now I've also connected my bio burners. Each of them has the solid biofuel, and they're burning very slowly, but they're just providing 30 megawatts of power. No biggie. But yeah guys, this is my tutorial today about coal generators. It's pretty easy. Don't let it be daunting or taunting to you. It's pretty easy to set up. This is just a little bit of work. This took almost 2 days or a day for me to set up because the piping I had to get right, and everything just takes a while to set up. But everything is the same of what I just showed you, with the pipes on top, the coals on the bottom. Everything goes into each and every single one of them. So I hope you find this interesting, guys, and I hope my tutorial can help you in your factory. Remember, if you like the content, please leave a like. If you want to see more content like this and more more content of my Let's Play world, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.